The kids are in bed. That means it's time for us to craft. Finally. If you're new to my channel, which I know that you are, because this is only my second video ever, welcome. I'm Sherry. I'm the Moonlight Crafter. In this video, I'm going to be making a bright, happy, fun birthday card. And this is not a simple card. It has quite a few layers. I did as many things to this card as I could possibly think of. But I'm going to show you how to do every little piece of it. We're going to be using Bonanza Buddies. It is a photo polymer stamp set from Stampin' Up. And it's got some really cute little animals. It's got a toucan, and it's got a koala and a lion, some presents, a couple good sentiments, happy birthday, a to from. And we're actually using the die set as well. So if you get the bundle, and they come together, the die set actually has a tag die, so you could make a tag and use the to from and do a present as well. So super cute. We're also going to be using Power of Hope. Is a bundle that you can only get through Celebration right now. The Power of Hope comes with an embossing folder and this stamp set. We're not actually going to be using the stamp set, though it is super cute. I have a lot of ideas for that. But we're going to be using the embossing folder. And it looks to me like a stone road is what it looks like, and you can see it in the card. But we're going to do some fancy things to it. So, all right, let's get started. All of the directions, all of the measurements will be in a free PDF tutorial that you can find on my website, which is www.themoonlightcrafter.com. Okay, we've got our white cardstock base, Daffodil Delight. Then we've got some Bermuda Bay. And then we're going to be using the Designer Series paper as well. And I do want to show you the Designer Series paper. It's very bright and very fun. Lots of neat patterns. And some more Bermuda Bay. This is kind of the outline of the card for us. So let me show you this paper. On page, you've got your January to June mini catalog. On page 32, it shows you the Birthday Bonanza Suite. And it's got, like I said, the paper pack. We're going to use the bundle today. And we may even use this Daffodil Delight 1/4 inch ruched ribbon, because originally I had used this beautiful string, I guess you could say, with metallic in it. But this was a free item that you could earn and during Celebration, but they ran out. It's very, very popular. So if you didn't get that already, I'm so sorry. Don't miss out on anything else that's free during Celebration, and I will tell you about Celebration a little bit more here. Let me show you the paper. All right, so all of our paper is 12 by 12 for the Designer Series, and it is double-sided, which is good and bad. It's exciting because it gives you lots of patterns, but it's sad because sometimes you have to cut them, but they do give you 2 of each, so that helps. We got this toucan, which the die will fit right on top of the paper. So he will actually just die cut him right out. If you don't want to stamp or color or punch, you can just do that. Then we have the little koala bear, same thing. The die will actually fit right on top of him. He's got some balloons, he's fun. Candles, ice cream cones. Same thing with the lion guy. He will go out with the die. Some fun confetti looking pages. Little miniature of these little animals. Stripes. Oh, striped paper is so important. Don't you think? There's so many patterned cards that you can make with striped paper. Balloons. And that's the one we're going to be using today. And there's presents on the back of the balloons. So anyway, that's the paper, super cute. And then later on I will show you guys a layout that I made using this designer series paper as well, just as an idea, just to show you. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is the background in this Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to use this embossing folder. And you can just run this through like normal, and you're going to end up with something that looks like this. It is really pretty. It's very unique. We haven't had anything like this since I've been in Stampin' Up, but I wanted to do more than that. So we're actually going to ink up the embossing folder. Have you guys ever done that before? It sounds a little intimidating, but it's actually not that bad. The biggest thing is making sure you get the ink on the correct side of this. So let me give you a tip. On this embossing folder, on the front it says Stampin' Up. It has a line so that you can line up your paper so it's not crooked. And then the other side doesn't have that. Or the side that you're not supposed to use, it feels pretty flat on the inside. The side that you are supposed to ink up is the side that really has all the texture. And I actually write right on mine, ink, as a reminder to myself, like, okay, this is the side to ink. So I'm going to take my ink pad in Daffodil Delight to match my Daffodil Delight paper, and I'm actually going to ink the embossing folder. Have you ever done this before? Comment below, tell me, is this your first time doing this, or is this something you do all the time? And I'm just going to ink up here. Try not to get it on me. And that's it. So it's just covering the lines, it's covering the texture of my embossing folder. And I think it's easier to put the paper down on this side and hang on to it on the edge so that when I close it, I can get my fingers out before I get ink on me. And then you're just gonna run it through your Big Shot like normal. And when you do that, it's going to instead look like this. And it has dark lines in all of the texture areas. Now you could probably get a similar effect if you had a marker, but that would take you a really long time. I would not want to do that if it was me. I don't have time. We barely have time to sneak up here and craft when the kids are asleep. But look at the difference. So there you go. We're going to use the fancier one because I'm trying to go as fancy as I can. And actually, since we're talking about that, I do want to give credit to this card to my mother, Maggie, from On Cloud 9 Crafts, because she's actually came up with the original card that was a little bit more simple than this, that I was trying to step up, but it was really hard because she had done a pretty good job already. So thank you, Maggie, for your card idea that helped spawn this project. Okay, so here we go. We have our inked up embossing folder as our background. I'm gonna use our roller coaster. No, I'm joking. It's snail adhesive. Just sounds like a roller coaster to me. And there we go. We're going to take our piece of DSP, Designer Series paper, and we're going to mat it with the Bermuda Bay. There it goes. Okay, and then this is where we have to decide what ribbon we want. I like this one because it's thinner, but I know you guys aren't going to be able to get a hold of this. So let's see what it looks like with the Daffodil Delight ruched ribbon. Let's see if we like it. I want to leave enough so that I can make a pretty bow, which sometimes takes some practice, so the more ribbon you leave yourself, the better chance you have of making a pretty bow. It's raining here. It's dark and it's raining. It's very relaxing. And here I am making this super bright card. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's do this one. Just to do something different, then you guys can see the two different ways of making it in case you do already have that Bermuda Bay ribbon. I feel like it looks upside down, so I'm going to turn it and I'm going to move him over. All right, cute. And now we're gonna put him down, assuming my snail wants to behave. That bow's really big. I'm going over a huge bump here. And I'm just gonna center him. All right. Oh no, my balloons are upside down. That happens. It's easy to fix. I think when I flipped my ribbon, you know, we're gonna try, because I really like the way my bow looks that way. I'm just gonna slide him off and slide him back on the other way. Look at us cheating. Oh yeah, we can totally do it. Good thing we caught that. Okay, balloons correct direction, bow's the way I like it. I'm happy. Are you happy? Okay, here we go. That's better. People be like, happy what? Okay, so now the fun part of the whole card is we get to make these adorable little creatures. And I popped them up twice. Like I said, I was trying to do everything I could in this card to be as fancy as I could. I painted them with Wink of Stella and with gold paint, and they've got several different layers. So let's get started making these guys. And has several different parts. So he's got his mane and the tail, and he's got his body, and then he's got this little teeny face. So we have several parts that we need to stamp with him. And if you do it without the mane, it actually looks like a female. Or you can have the male line with the mane. Daffodil Delight on Daffodil Delight. He looks kind of creepy without the rest of his mane. These are photopolymer stamps. They are super sticky. So that's why you always see me kind of putting it on my arm or touching it before I do stamp, because I don't want it to rip my paper. Now our cardstock's pretty thick, but every once in a while, if I'm working with something lighter, if I'm working with DSP, and it's a brand new stamp, it is super sticky. So that's why you see me do that. And then I'm just gonna line this guy up. He's got a spot for his ears. And I'm gonna line his ears up the best that I can, which will also line up his tail. See how I did? Not horrible. Let's do it again just to see if I get it better. And then these are photopolymer again, so they're see-through. That does help to line it up. It'll be easier when you don't have to worry about your head being in a camera. You don't have to worry about that. There we go, that's better. And then his little face, little tiny face. We're gonna do that in black. Now what's cool about this is every single time you stamp this face, if you stamp it to the left, his eyeballs look like he's looking to the left. And if you stamp it to the right, vice versa. He can look up, down. I mean, his whole face changes, or it looks like there's several different animals if you line up several of them together just by changing where this face goes. It's kind of cool. And you just line his eyes up in the little eye sockets. Yay, there he is. He's cute. So we're going to die cut him. All right, so you run him through your Big Shot. And when you do that, you're going to get several pieces. And you're going to get the little tail. So you just glue those together and you will get your little lion. Now what I want to do, just again, I'm trying to step this up as much as I possibly can. This is our Vegas Gold shimmer paint. Don't go looking for this. I know I'm not supposed to show things when they don't exist anymore, but this stuff is too good. If you had it before, you're so lucky. If you are local, I do have some bottles left. You're welcome to come by and pick one up. And so I took this paint and I just want to give his mane a little something extra. Plus I love painting, it's so much fun. And I won't do this whole thing for you, but so I painted his entire mane and his tails. His tail and his toenails, because why not? Now we do still have shimmer paint, but it's in the Champagne Mist and Frost White. Those are the two colors that we do have, and they come in a bottle just like this. And I use them on everything. They're just like Wink of Stella, except there's a lot more you can do with it because you can add ink refills to it and make them match any of our paper, make them any color that you want. I seriously use it on everything. You will see it in future videos, I have no doubt. All right, so I've got my little lion, and he's all colored up the way that I want him to be. And let's get the next creature. Who's next? Little koala. This guy only has 2 images. His body and then his little face. This is gray granite paper and gray granite ink. That's called monotone stamping. You're using the same color. It's kind of neat though because you can still see it. It shows up. You could also do him in smoky slate. That would be another cute one to do. And that looks kind of dark, but it will dry a little bit lighter than it looks. There he is. Same thing, I'm going to use my black for his little face. Oh no, I lost his face. Not really, it's right here. I have a lot of stuff out here. This is a really neat suite. There's a lot of pieces to it. Okay, so he's got this big old nose and a little smiley face. So here we go. Same thing. And just stamp his little face. Make him look whichever direction you want him to look. And there you go. Same thing, we're going to die cut this one out. With this little die here. Run that guy through the Big Shot. And you've got your little koala bear. With him, again, this is cute, but I'm trying to make it as fancy as I possibly can. I'm going to use my Wink of Stella. This is available in the catalog. You can get Wink of Stella, and it comes in clear. And I'll just kind of make his little belly sparkly. Because I'm sure koala bears in the wild are sparkly. Right? Oh, and I'm going to do his ears too. Just because I want to put more sparkly on there. Probably not something you guys can see, but in person, this is really nice. Okay, we have our lion buddy. He has a friend now. Koala. Now we'll do our last one. And do our toucan. I don't know how to say that. And we're going to do him in black. Now, just to see what it looked like, I stamped him originally on pumpkin pie paper, really orange paper, because for some reason I thought that toucans were orange. I don't know. Anyway, this is how he looks orange. He's okay. I think he looks better black and white, probably. But you could stamp him on a different color paper, and you can see that's what you would get. Maybe you want an orange toucan. I thought I wanted an orange toucan. Can't blame me for that. All right, here we go. There he is. Gonna die cut him, same thing. And there he is. Now his beak is not colored in. There's actually, he doesn't need a face stamp, he needs his beak stamped. And that I'm gonna do in pumpkin pie. Maybe that's why I thought he was orange for some reason. Just in case I miss. Here we go. Super easy. Okay, there's our little creatures. I'm gonna do Winkestella on him too, though. If you guys can think of anything else as you're watching this that I could do to this card to make it fancier, please comment below, because I would love to do some more fancy things to it. Sometimes you just need a little of, you know, somebody else's ideas. Okay, I'm gonna go around. The only spot left really where I could do sparkly is this white spot around his eye. Here we go. You're cute. Look at you. Speaking of other ideas, let's take a time out for a second and talk about Celebration and what's happening. During Celebration, you order like normal, but you can get free product. Every $50 that you spend out of the catalog, you get to choose a free item. Or some of the special items, if you spend $100, then you get to choose one of those, like the Power of Hope that we talked about earlier with the embossing folder that we're using. But other things happen during Celebration too. If you decide that you want to be a demonstrator and you join Stampin' Up! During Celebration, there's extra things for you. And right now, this is so exciting. If you join Stampin' Up!, not only do you get your normal starter kit, but you're gonna get this limited edition, super cute, tiny, miniature Stampin' Up! Trimmer. And there's no way to get this trimmer except by becoming a demonstrator. Also, they're gonna give you a paper pack, a 6x6 paper pack, which is a sampler pack. So this is showing you some of the paper that we're using today. The Birthday Bonanza is in here. Peaceful Poppies is in here. The Clubhouse is Sweet is in here. So there's a lot of different, oh, there's the one we're using today. Ooh, maybe we could use that instead. That might be really cute. We'll think about that one. So anyway, you would get that. And if you were to join my team, just show you a picture of some of the girls on my team. This is us when we went to Florida. We went to on stage for the 30-year anniversary, and those were some of the girls that were able to go with me. When you join my team, you also have access to my online meetings that I have every month. It's actually called a meet and make, but if you're too far away to make, you can still meet with us. So anyway, if you've ever thought about becoming a demonstrator, now is the time. Between now and March 31st, get your free product, join Stampin' Up! Would love to have you join my team. Let's try this little trimmer and see how we do here. I don't need an inch, I need a 1/2 inch strip. Ooh, this guy is sharp. Nice. Yeah, let's use this. This will be cute because this will be fancier than the strip that I was gonna make. you guys have any questions about that, please comment below. I always read all of your comments. I appreciate them, you know, because like the 3 people that have commented so far in my first video, I will read all your comments. I can still say that. You guys need one of these. So cute. All right, back to the card. Here we go. We're doing so good. We're going to put our fancy strip on that we just came up with. Impromptu. Let's see if I got that. That's a little longer than I want it to be, so I'm just going to snip him. There we go. I like that. And now we need to make some backgrounds for our little creatures, which we're going to do with the punches. And we're just going to punch out 3 circles in white. And 3 in the Bermuda Bay. And this was a little bit bigger of a punch. I barely made it. Okay, we got all of our pieces here. And then for my sentiment, I'm going to use this punch here. And I'm going to punch 2 in Bermuda Bay and 1 in white. And I'll show you why. Again, I don't want to just do 1. I want it to be fancy. So I'm going to surround my sentiment with those other pieces. I'm going to pop it all up, which you can see right here. And we'll stamp that guy as well to give him some extra fancy. Okay, we're getting close. I'm also going to ink up with my little dauber here because I want to make these a little fancier. If you would have thought about it, which I did the first time, I did ink around this the first time. And I should have done that one too, but I forgot. I didn't see it. But we got these. We'll get these inked up. Now I always tell the girls in my classes, do not slice with this. If you do, you're going to destroy your dauber. I do more of a flicking motion. Plus you get more ink on the paper that way anyway. And you don't ruin your dauber. I just inked my finger. There you go. Should we ink these too? That might be difficult, but I want it to be fancy, so let me just do one side of it so it can be the top. And then I'll ink the one side of the other one. I heard somebody say yes, that's why I'm doing this. Somebody said yes, do it. I heard you. There we go. So that'll be top and bottom. And then we just need to stamp our sentiment that says, "Let's celebrate you," on the Bermuda Bay, or on the white in Bermuda Bay. Better use my just in case. Give me your little guy. Let's celebrate you. Okay. And since we already have this ink out, let's go ahead and stamp the inside of the card, because I'm also going to do that in Bermuda Bay. And the sentiment is really cute. It says, "I'm glad it's your birthday so I can tell you how wonderful you are." See, look how happy this card is. Not quite big enough. You do want to make sure that you have the right block. We have an entire set of blocks that you can get, which it is cheaper to buy them as a bundle as opposed to each individual one. But I mean, like this little one here, he's not bad. I think it's $4 for this little tiny one. That's pretty good. But if you don't have the right size, like if I were to try to put this stamp here on this little tiny block, obviously this one's not going to work. You've got words falling off. It's going to give you a really bad image. You're not going to be happy. And so sometimes a lot of people ask me, like, why do you have so many blocks? Because you have to have the right tool for the job. That's what makes your project look really nice. So I've got the right size block. Ink it up in Bermuda Bay. I'm glad it's your birthday. And then while we're here, let's make this a little fancier and let's stamp some of these presents that we've got inside. It's got 3 little presents. We're going to do one in Bermuda Bay. See how I did it before. And they've got little string. So cute. You could probably do a lot of things with these little blocks. I know they're supposed to be presents, but I bet you there's a lot of things you could do with it. Like maybe even take them and make a pattern like on the whole front of your card. That would be cute. Maybe I'll have to play with that idea. And we're going to do pumpkin pie. Give them a little bit of space. And then one more. Got this long one. Whoever gives a present like that anyway? Actually, I take that back. I did give a really long, weird present one year. We bought like 20 boxes of ho-hos and taped them all together and wrapped up this huge, long box and carried it. 2 people had to carry it. It was hilarious. So I guess I'm that person. Never mind. I figured it out. There we go. That's a true story. I wish somebody would buy me 20 boxes of ho-hos. Hint, hint. And then we'll use black to put the little strings on our presents. Or oatmeal cream cookies. Or oatmeal cream pies. I like those better. Don't really people send me oatmeal cream pies in the mail. That would be silly. There we go. Oh, and then I have to tell you guys a story too, because if I don't tell it, I'll be in trouble. The name of the stamp set is Bonanza Buddies. Bonanza Buddies. And I'm doing really good. I could not say that word for my life growing up. We had a restaurant near us named, I gotta look at it, Bonanzas, but I would call it Bonzanas. Bonzanas, Bonzanas, Bonzanas. And I just couldn't get it right. Like until I was 18 years old, probably. Couldn't get it right. And so my parents just think it's hilarious. I know they're laughing right now because they knew I was going to tell that story. Or they were hoping, rather. Okay, we're doing good. We got the inside, we have our presents, we have our sentiment, we have the front. All we have to do is pile together our animals and we will be done with our fancy card. Like I said, I did use 2 dimensionals because I wanted to make this fancier than I normally would. Normally I would only ever do one layer, but if you're going to send it in the mail, that may or may not work out so well. There's one. I'm going to pop them up again. And center it on our Bermuda Bay circle. There we go. Look at all that fanciness. And you know what might be easier this time? Let's do it white. Yeah, that's easier. And then put our creature on. A little Toucan Sam here. And then our little koala bear, our sparkly koala that I'm sure exists in real life. Okay, we've got our animals. Just gonna glue them down. You wanna kind of check out the spacing. I'm gonna put my lion in the middle because I do have kind of a gray and a black. I want that pop of color. To me, it bothers me to have yellow, black, black. I think I want, you know, black, yellow, black, kind of as a pattern. But you can do it however you want. That's why I'm doing it that way. Okay guys, if you're still here, you obviously must like something I'm doing. So if you would, give me some love. Would you go down and hit the like button for me? I would really appreciate that. You have no idea how much power you have as a viewer. When you give likes and subscribes and you hit the notification bell, that really helps people's channels out. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Okay, and then we're just going to put this together and pop up our sentiment. Let's celebrate you. There we go. You did it! Well, you will do it, I'm sure. And let's see, I just kind of want to tuck him in here somewhere. Maybe I want to tuck him down here this time. There we go. It's so cute! Okay, so there's with the Daffodil Delight ribbon, and I do really like it. It looks really nice. If you liked this project, please hit the like button. And I would love it for you to subscribe to my videos, and you can do that by clicking the red button below or right here. If you hit the notification bell, the next time I publish a video, it'll pop up and you'll be able to craft right alongside with me. Thank you guys so much, and have a great night.